The fact is, you met Justin, you put him on this big stage. He's an international star now. How has your relationship with JB changed over the years?
I'm like a pseudo-parent big brother. So there are times where you want to take that advice as a young man, and there's times where he's being a rebellious teenager, and he's fighting me on that advice and, fighting his big bros, view on life and tell me I'm old. As a young man, if I don't allow him to make mistakes, he'll never learn. So I think my job is less about stopping him now and more about when he does fall, I got to be there to help him get back up. When it comes to what's happened to him the last 9 months, it took its toll because I had to remind myself what was real and what wasn't. Because I think at one point the media started spinning so much that you can't address everything. And I had to kind of remind myself of what is reality and what is being blown up out of proportion.
I get a lot of heat because I stand up for Justin. I'm Team Bieber. I've said it a million times on the show. But his fans want to honestly know from someone who knows him very well, is Justin in a good place right now?
He's figuring out who he wants to be. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think that every 19-year-old is in that place where they're trying to figure out in life where they're going, where they want to be, what they want to represent, and that's a struggle. The answer is yes, as far as he's in a good natural place. Is he in a good place as far as, is he, happy all the time and is everything easy? No, absolutely not. But with that adversity is going to come, it's going to blossom into manhood.
How much of the negative press is deserved, Scooter?
Look, I think 90% of it is not deserved, but it's our culture. I think that there are times where, being a teenager, he will be frustrated with the lies about himself, and then he will actually act out and give them more ammo. Great Wall of China is a perfect example. He spent 2.5 hours walking on the Great Wall of China, visiting stuff, shooting stuff, hanging out with friends, taking in the sights. And for part of it, since he was shooting a video, he jumped on his security shoulders for literally probably 2 minutes to kind of do this shot, taking a picture, which probably many of us would jump on our friend's shoulders and take a picture on the Great Wall of China. One person took a camera phone picture of him doing this from behind, and it became the pompous kid who was on the Great Wall of China, and they carried him. That's what he deals with every single day. We tell our youth, achieve, be great. But when any of our youth overachieve, we belittle their achievements and say, well, they're too young, it's not real. Or we try to tear them down. And I think people should take a step back and actually think of it in a different way. If that young man who achieved a lot was sitting right in front of you, and you as a 30 or 40-year-old man walked into a room and started belittling their achievements to their face, we'd probably look at that 30, 40-year-old man and say, well, that's a real asshole. But then we don't do the same when we're doing it from a distance.